Welcome, everyone, to the home of the FIU Panthers, just outside of Miami and Pitbull Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Florida International Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And the Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Duke. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So FIU's offense has the ball for the first time. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get... tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
On the ground, it's Virgil. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Using the quick game. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And we're going to call his name a lot today, because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week, because he's a staple in this offense. Puts up big numbers, makes big plays, and that's why he's also in the Heisman Trophy conversation. A wide receiver in that debate is special. This dude is special.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Touchdown, Florida International. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a scoring toss from the 33. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Working that left side now. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. The Blue Devils want to crank the tempo. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Gets it past the marker. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to...
Breaks into the open. Oh, what a move. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, this guy's really feeling it. Of course, last week he had 2 sacks, and here he is in this one registering his 1st. This guy very quickly is making a name for himself as one of the best pass rushers in college football.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Motion from the back. On the snap, it's Jackson. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the 1st down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Give to the running back. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Back to throw, it's Orji. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. Doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Panthers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Makes the grab. Smashes through the tackle. And another broken tackle. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Pulls and fires complete.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. Completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had it.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And the Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. The give to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Using his legs, it's Virgil. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It's complete to the right.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play. And that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Off play action. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays.
There he goes. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Duke.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 20. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Handoff to the single running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Orji. Got his man quickly. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing.
Looking for a huge play. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Flips it out in the flat. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The Blue Devils are in the hurry up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. The field goal is no good, and it is still a 4-point deficit.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Florida International offense is back on the field. Looking for a gap. It's Virgil. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Orji. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
The linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see him kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Makes the grab, and a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
It'll be 3rd and long. Send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete.
Holds it in the 1st down and more. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. FIU set up with another 1st down. On the run, it's Jackson. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football, he was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
To the ground with the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Blue Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Complete in the middle. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football.
Turning it on! He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's complete. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Power football with the run. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quick strike complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. They'll leave it with him. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Orji. Looking for the score! And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Bringing it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Miami. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
The Blue Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Finds the tight end. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Panthers are rolling down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. And that one will give them the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down on this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And the Blue Devils want to move quickly. They'll go to the ground, running into the open space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Blue Devils, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give us...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Blue Devils decide to punt it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Florida International offense is back on the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, David.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
That's reeled in. It's Jackson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he... by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Dropping back, it's Orji. Get it out on the screen. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. It's on target and complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Panthers moving quickly to the line. Got it in the middle. It's Dishman. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. Scanning the field, it's Orji. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up good.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Nevada. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Steps away. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit? Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Makes the catch at the 35. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking for space, it's Jackson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick handoff. Breaks into the open. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. To throw, it's Orji. A shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Punch it out of the air.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. It's complete. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. FIU pushing tempo. Quarterback making checks. He's looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, FIU. Quick strike through the air for the score. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They went 3 and out. Time they had it, at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. To the air on first down. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Here's a heat. Soft spot in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
They want to get this defense on its heels. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Fires to the right. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. And the Blue Devils in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Duke. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got it behind the line. It's Warren. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Hauls it in. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. 6th play of the drive coming up. Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Carter. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. The Panthers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Touchdown, Florida International. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to them. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Let's talk for just a minute about Duke. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. We just see.
Fires one high and deep. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did. And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Orji. Works the middle of the field. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Carter. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. And the Panthers are threatening on 1st and goal. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers! And the punishment has been extended. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today, but opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Find some fresh air. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect.
There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Blue Devils have taken it inside the 20. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
So close to cashing it in for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. He's looking downfield to throw. Wideout trying to get it in. And it's a touchdown in the dying moments of the game.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Zings it complete to the right. He's not going to get it in, and the lead will remain 18 as they were trying to make this a 2-possession game. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end now in motion. Looking to pass. It's Applewhite. Sends it downfield. Wide open. He makes the catch. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Panthers. And the pummeling has started. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And this is why you put your hands deep on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Blue Devils can really attack on this second and short. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator, because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football.
Looking for the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.